My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Culture Magazine, during which we're going to bring you the latest cultural events taking place in Egypt. The art of photography has recently witnessed a great development in Egypt. Let's watch the following segment.
The salon was established maybe like 30 years ago. It's a very long time. And when it started, it has most of the members were the pioneers of photography in Egypt. Now most of them are went to the other side of our life. Yani. God bless their soul, yani. And if we speak about this exhibition, it's a big challenge that they did it in black and white. Because it's much easier to impress people by colors. But in black and white, to impress any audience, this means that you should be a master in your profession and in your art, because you are using light, only highlights and shades and composition. This is very hard to accomplish. Only real artist, real photographer who has the right eye, who can differentiate between different effects of light and which is impressing and which is not, and which can give him a new point of view towards the subject he is dealing with. Actually, I see a lot of accomplishment in this exhibition, and they are progress in their standard. And I hope this will go on and on for the sake of our country, for Egypt, that people start to be clever in art and to love art, and art would really change. It can change history. Art is if I'm an artist, or I am appreciating art, if I'm an audience who has experience to see art and to be impressed by it, this raises the standard of our sensations inside and makes us have mercy and have love to life. And this is really so helpful, especially in our recent time. Violence everywhere, terrorists everywhere, and for sure, if we succeed to put the seed of art in our kids, in their schools and stuff like this, we are going to gain a wonderful generation. For light and for shades, and I myself, I'm impressed by black and white more than being impressed by color. The color has its impact, which is false. You might be impressed by a picture, by the colors of it, and after you go to another picture, you forget it. And you remember something has shades, has dramatic effect, has black and white, has... I don't like to use the colors that much here.
Egypt, or Salon Masr, that I'm very proud to be a member with them from 14 years ago. 14 years ago. And it's one of the most respectful, artistic, professional salon. I have participated with a very special photo that I took in Turkey for Al Sulaymaniya Mosque, a part that I thought resumed the whole mosque in this lady that is trying to pray with this background. I hope you will like it as I did love it. The exhibition is black and white, which suits very much the mood of my picture. There is a drama, there is a prayer, there is hope. With the black and white, it makes it wonderful. Every exhibition for Salon Masr is a beauty in renewing itself and this artistic touch of black and white. You never have enough beauty in the black and white photo. You can have it on big temples, you can have it in shadows, you can have it in mosques, you can have it in even a rock. You can have a rock in black and white and give you a beautiful impression. What I see is a variety, is a great, great variety of black and white in space, in details, in nature, in beauty. So even landscape that we prefer it in colors, with black and white it gives it a classical mood, a very much classical mood, because when we started our photos, they were in black and white. So you could distinguish the colors even in black and white. There is a grayish tone, there is a lighter tone, there is a more deeper black. I would like to add that every time I participate with the Salon Masr, whether it's in colors, black and white, or any abstract or classical, I have the honor to be part of them and to share this success.
Cairo Opera House plays a big role in the cultural movement taking place in Egypt.
The Cairo Opera House, situated in Zamalek. The Cairo Opera House has served as Cairo's main performing arts venue, hosting various events from renowned international performances to daily shows by some of our local favorites. Designed and extremely well kept, the grounds of the Opera House occupy a significantly sized sprawling space, including pristine lawns and gardens as well as 7 theaters. The main hall is designated to seat over 1,200 people on 4 different levels. The The Opera Museum is located on the first floor of the main hall and is usually open before and during performances. One wing is completely devoted to documents relating the history of the Royal Cairo Opera House, which was built in 1869 during the Khedive Ismail's reign by Italian architect Avoscani and Rossi. On display are rare photos of the building, including some of the night the Royal Cairo House burned down in 1971, photos of several of the most important artistic performances, and a number of brochures of the concerts given at the Royal Opera House. Unfortunately, nothing else could be rescued from the fire except for two statues by artist Muhammad Hassan and a small model of the opera. This wing also exhibits costumes, jewelry, and musical scores of the opera Aida. Some historic documents written in Italian about the artistic performances of the Royal Cairo Opera House from 1869 until 1907 are shown as well. The other wing is dedicated to the new Cairo Opera House, which was inaugurated in 1988. There are several posters of the most important artistic performances of all the opera theaters, the main hall, small hall, and the open-air theater, and brochures of the renowned international artistic companies that performed in Egypt. Visitors can also admire a huge ney, oriental flute, about 10 centimeters wide and more than 2 meters long. It is made of ornamented wood. Another rare piece is a piano with additional keys on its keyboard, allowing for oriental tunes to be played. There are costumes given to the new Cairo Opera House by the Vienna State Opera and a model of the new Opera House buildings and photos while it was under construction. Not only is a visit to the Opera House worth your time when you are in the mood for a classy night out, but the grounds also provide a relaxing refuge from the chaos of the city thanks to its free entrance and many benches.
Celebrating the 31st anniversary of inaugurating the Opera House, Ministry of honoring a number of artistic figures who contributed in enriching the artistic life in Egypt. Their artistic works are engraved in the memory of their fans.
31st anniversary, of course, is very important to all of us as artists and as workers at the Cairo Opera House. We present a whole panorama about all the kinds of music that we represent at the season. Some extracts from Swan Lake and Zorba for the ballet, some extras from operas and musicals for the Cairo Opera Company, and an overture. Of course, there is both choirs, the Cairo Opera Choir and the a cappella choir. Second half are extracts from the well-known songs of the Arabic music. Of course, we're very happy. Cairo Opera House is the most important organization to present the fine art in Egypt. It's our second home. I've been working here for 27 years, and it's a real pleasure that we present all the kind of arts to our beloved audience. Of course, since the 19th century, Egypt has a vast history in the world of opera since the old opera house, and the tradition of opera still continues till this day. For us, this is very important, this role, and here we are trying to do our best.
I sing at the Cairo Opera House since I was 7 years old, and it's the first time for me to have this huge opportunity to sing in the 31st anniversary of Cairo Opera House. And I had this honor because of my doctor, Dr. Abdelwahab Al-Sayed, and Dr. Jihan Mursi. And I'll be singing مُضْنَاكَ جَفَاهُ مَرْقَدُهُ by Muhammad Abdelwahab. I'd like to say that I'm so grateful to be a part of this huge family, and I hope our message always connects with the people all around the world, and I wish all the people out there a very huge amazing life, and of course to the opera, and I wish we go from success to success always. I've been singing in Cairo Opera House since I was 7, so I saw a lot. I believe they're doing a great job doing their own ways of showing people our art in Egypt, and I believe they're very successful in it.
احنا ان شاء الله اوركسترا اوبرا القاهره هنقدم بدايه العرض الافتتاحيه بتاعه العرض.
Cairo Symphony Orchestra will present a symphony for Peskov, another one for Zorba Ballet, and a third one for Nutcracker Ballet, in addition to some international songs for Cairo Opera Troupe. I would like to say to the opera fans many happy returns. I hope that you will like our concerts. I wish also that we will always be up to your expectations. The role of the opera house is vital as it embodies the essence of art and culture. It is the most significant place in Egypt that presents good art.
Visual art has recently witnessed a great development in Egypt. Let's watch the following segment.
Cairo Art Guild was established in 1979. We are now at a collective exhibition for a number of artistic figures. Their works reflect their great artistic talent and creativity.
My participation today with the group, I think those, which is abstract. As well, I see more abstract this time and colorful. This production of 2019. That's it. I leave the space to enjoy. It depends. Yes, of course, but also I believe not only in colors. I believe in emotions. And it depends, how do you put on, how do you use your colors related to your emotions, and also the lines and the brush. And usually I try to finish my piece at once. If I'm not happy about it, I change it. But usually I change it immediately. Once I start, I prefer to finish it. And sometimes also unfinished, which is also beauty, because art, it's unfinished work all the time. It's a beautiful place, you name it. Everywhere, open theater, the opera, the big saal, the small saal is always busy all over the year. Just a beauty. And also outside the garden here, even if you sit in the coffee shop for a while, you hear music and people are singing and just having fun. And just beautiful atmosphere. The kids, taking part of ballet and jazz ballet, also for adults. The other side of the opera house, the Elbab Art Gallery and other galleries all the time are quite busy and active. It's a beauty place.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Cultural Magazine. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. Please wait for me in the next episode. Until then, it's goodbye.